Jan Dekker. Jan Dekker nimmt es auf mit dem BDO-Weltmeister aus dem Jahre 2012. Die aktuelle Nummer 36 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen, the Lipstick, Christian Kist.
Let me take you back through the mists of time. 5 years ago, the time, the place, well, an amphitheater of sport, a hall of legends, a place that kind of looks like a 1970s dining room with dodgy carpets and weird fake stone cladding and dodgy chandeliers as well. Of course, I am talking about the lakeside. And that is where this man, Christian Kist, overcame this man, Jan Dekker, on his way to the title. Christian Kist, of course, BDO World Champion in 2012. Jan Dekker, a man who's made the semi-finals at the Lakeside a couple of times in his career and shows flashes. That's what they are little flashes. He jumps out from nowhere and says, I'm a top dart player. And then as quick as he's done that, he's gone. And you don't see it again for a while. But my word, when he does do that, it is impressive. And we've seen it on the European Tour this year. It's an all-Dutch affair to round off the opening day of the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy as double-decker, Mr. Coat, Jan Dekker takes on the lipstick Christian Kist. And Rob Malarkey joins me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box.
Yes, indeed I do. Looking forward to this one, actually. Jan Dekker.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Jan to throw first. Game on.
Getting us underway, and given results elsewhere today, needs to win this, otherwise he can kiss goodbye to his dreams of taking part in the European Championship for 2017. But Jan Dekker looking back on a very productive week indeed.
60.
He secured a Players' Championship finals place on Wednesday, reaching the last 16 of the final Players' Championship event of the year, having lost in the first round of each of the previous three. And not only that, he qualified
59.
for the World Series finals as well on Monday. Has made it to the final day on the European Tour on 2 occasions this year, including a run to the last 8
60
in Sindelfingen, where he lost to Peter Wright. Christian Kist already assured of his place in Hasselt, no problem for him.
Oh, no.
Problems there, though, with lots of points on the floor.
20.
And
Now,
only 20 scored.
I was informed just before this match that Christian Kist is struggling with an injury. I mean, Christian Kist is a man who's struggled with all kinds of injuries. All down one side, his back, his hip, his arm, his
100.
leg.
Like the Darren Anderson of darts.
Yeah, I know, he's held together with blue tack and spit and string. But I think this is a problem with his hand. I think it's his joints. He has problems with it, and I'm not
44.
sure. We have seen him before where Christian Kist has been struggling so much that he's been unable to throw the dart with the same force as he would normally.
58.
And those 2 darts falling out the board there suggest, in the very early stages, that maybe he's got the same problem. He's just sort of lobbing them in rather than throwing them with authority.
100.
And he still managed to come away with a ton there.
Yeah, that second dart didn't have a good connection either. We'll just keep an eye on that then.
97. $84, and you require 126.
Well, Dekker in charge here. 6 darts from 126.
And with Kist not on the finish, no need to use the 19s route to start off with. 77 scored, 49 left.
94.
There we go. Now, Kist, I'm not sure that this bodes well for the lipstick. And that's a good dart. That wasn't a bad one.
98. Jan Uruguay, 32.
And he's battling, but I've seen him do this before, where he's just battled all the way through a game through severe discomfort, and he's still managed to remain vaguely competitive.
Second leg is Christian to throw
but by the
first.
same token, he doesn't want to do any long-term damage here, and he doesn't want to do anything that would be detrimental to his well-being for example, the European Championship to come. He's struggling to pick up his darts there, actually. He was, well, that first dart was a mile away. So was the second dart.
100.
Well, that's it. He's lobbing them in. I bet you, if you compared this to Christian Kist when he's fully fit, if you looked at the trajectory of the dart, I bet this is a much more pronounced loop you've got on it rather than
100.
Normally he'd just be firing them a little flatter and straighter.
Yeah.
I mean, it even looks like he's lobbing them up. It's like a three-pointer in basketball.
58.
It's astonishing that you can actually be so accurate when it looks so different. Maybe I'm completely reading this wrong, but that's what it looks like to me.
And it's like he's throwing in the right direction, but it's like he's hoping it finds a treble. But
96.
yeah, there is a certain amount of conviction that is lacking here right now from Christian Kist. And there we see another one that is way off beam. That's more like it with the second dart. That's a good recovery.
99.
Jan Dekker only has 2 wins against Christian Kist in his career. He's lost 6 times. Both of those wins did come in the PDC. One in a Euro Tour qualifier as Dekker
140.
hits a ton 40 to leave a bogey number. And that's the worst way of doing it as well. He's putting the treble 20, so he knows exactly. He's on 185 with 1 dart in his hand.
58.
Yeah, the other one was actually their most recent meeting at the start of this year, and Dekker won that 6-4 in Barnsley Metrodome.
Did you enjoy yourself there this week?
95.
Nobody has ever been to Barnsley Metrodome and not enjoyed themselves. Not a happy boy.
Yeah, there we saw again, just trying to even just pick his dart out of his left hand.
96. Jan Uruguay, 70.
Well, okay, he's in touch here, but Dekker with a great chance for a break. Double 16 for a 2-0 lead.
Game shot on the second leg. Jan Dekker. Third leg is Jan to throw first.
And this
Game on.
doesn't bode well for Christian Kist. Like I say, primed to qualify for Hasselt, thanks in large to a run to the last 16 in Maastricht at the start of September, where he beat Justin Van
140.
ter Houw and Kim Huybrechts before losing to Christoph Ratajski 6-1.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget. I mean, Christian Kist is a guy who can be quite up and down in terms of his form anyway. A lot of it, I think,
40.
is probably due to his injuries. As we see Germany's #1 there, Max Hopp, watching in the crowd. Didn't qualify for this last night. And a lot of it, I think, is due to his injuries. But
59.
when he is fully fit, the boy can play. He can really play. Simon Whitlock comes into this as the runner-up in the World Grand Prix. He survived a match dart in the first round from Christian Kist, who
58.
could have well have won that game, and I'm not sure Simon could have many qualms about it.
And what I will say about Kist as well, 12 qualifiers he's played for this year, and he's got through 10 of them.
140.
And I tell you what, it's a tough field as well.
It really is.
That he's involved in, and he's done it 10 times out of 12. And I think that, well, he's got his reward by qualifying, and he fully deserves it.
Jan Dekker has spectacularly left himself a bogey number once again.
96.
But with Kist on 307, he's once again got away with it to an extent. That's more like it. 97 away.
84.
That would have left tops. But there's a bit of a chasm here.
Well, it just feels a bit of an unfair fight, doesn't it? I mean, the way that Christian Kist is able to battle on despite his obvious injuries, you admire it.
Jan Uruguay, 78.
Well, it's good to see Max is busy at least, isn't he?
Okay.
Game shot on the
Well,
third
that'll
leg.
do.
Jan Dekker.
Don't often see that route,
Ball leg is
but
Christian
Jan
to throw
Dekker,
first.
281 points clear,
Game
he
on.
can do whatever he wants, and it's 3-0.
Is that pen working, Max?
Well, it's been a tough 24 hours for Max Hopp. Not even the pens work.
$83.
Like, if you were to get the entire 48-man field for the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy, and every single one of them was
58.
hit by a speeding car, and then they had to pick themselves off the tarmac and play a darts tournament, my money would be on Christian Kist, because he is an absolute warrior. But unfortunately, there's only one man in the 47 field who seems to be playing under those sort of conditions, and it is Christian Kist, and he is really struggling, and it's not nice to see.
No, it's not.
I'm not ruling him out actually coming back into this match. I mean, he's
100.
I mean, it's very, very tough.
First it was the autograph, then it was the selfie. Max might actually get to see some of this match before it's over.
97.
Kist overcame Antonio Asinas in the final round of qualifying for this 6-3, although kicked off his campaign with a 6-3 or 6-1 win, I should say, of Sedat Berisha. Qualifying for this was prior to the tournament in Riesa, so it was just a few weeks ago.
80.
What's Kist's average at the moment? Let's just take a quick glance at that.
Not pretty.
No, it's not. 71 or so.
60.
Not a single score of 140 or higher.
Only 2 scores of 100 or more. But despite that, he's going to get to a finish, I hope. Yes.
39.
He is. He will have to score his first ton 40-plus score if he's going to take it out in the next visit. Winner of this faces the King, Mervyn King, finalist on the European Tour this year.
91 away. Yes, squares it off nicely.
68. Resting you require 140.
You may not see a better setup shot, at least in terms of the 3 individual darts thrown, all weekend. You may see ones under more pressure than that, but 3 big trebles, all
60.
different ones,
And you
all
require
nailed.
40.
That looks a decent guide.
Game shot in the 4th leg. Jan Dekker.
Very much like 4-0.
The legacy Jan to throw
Looking very
first.
ominous indeed.
Game
Of
on.
course, the best setup shot of the weekend, I thought, well, it would have been James Richardson's 1-1-1 to leave 164. If that had come off,
If he'd taken it out the next visit, then yeah.
that would have been absolutely superb.
Yeah.
134.
We have seen the big one this weekend already. 170 taken out by James Richardson in his emphatic victory earlier tonight against Vandenberg. I say emphatic. It was 6-3, but his finishing today, James Richardson, I think he's been the best finisher of the day by a long way. 6 from 7 on his doubles. Just the one missed dart at top, but he finished it off on that visit anyway. And this is it's a flat way to round things off, really. It's been a good first day, and it's a shame it's going to end this way, if indeed it does transpire that Kist loses this one fairly emphatically.
41.
Well, I mean, we've seen incredibly dramatic games with so much riding on them. People's qualification hopes for the Euros and the Worlds, and, you know, even just fighting to try and keep hold of their tour cards. But it's not stopped a number of players putting in some very high standard darts as well. 100 average from Zoran Lurchbach, almost 103 from Germany's Martin Schindler. We saw a 99 average from Keegan Brown, and he's certainly one very much around the fringes of qualification for things and needed to play well. Did do so.
33.
Krzysztof Ratajski once again averaging in the high 90s, almost 99, as Jan Dekker. Oh my word, it could be a massive one.
Oh,
170.
not far away, but an overwhelming favourite to make it 5-0, especially with Kist finding treble 3 with his first art, then a treble 1.
He's really struggling here, Christian Kist. I feel incredibly sorry for the man. He's a world champion, a man who has come very, very close to winning PDC titles. And he must feel that no matter how good a week he has or a weekend he has, he can feel great about his game. There'll be something in his body that just gives in at a crucial time, and it'll end up dragging him down. And you can see, I think the man's almost in tears. I mean, it's got to be horrible for him. And he's battling on. This man is a warrior.
And it's testament to his character that he's able to do this. Yeah, he looks close to tears here, Dan. This is not nice to see. Shaking his head, he's put his head in his hands as he's made his way to the back of the stage. He wants to get off stage here and now, doesn't he? Look at him.
He does, and look, credit to him.
And that is not going to help him.
This is a tough watch.
Yeah.
And as I say, I've got huge respect for this guy, but what he's puts himself through to try and be the best player he can be, he's must fighting against his own body half the time. It has got to be soul destroying. Jan Dekker, you know, he's just getting on with the job, and I think that's the only thing you can do. You get in a game like this, and if you start feeling sorry for your opponent and engaging with him, then, I mean, we could be here all night, because I wouldn't want to inflict any more misery on that man.
60.
He's suffering enough as it is.
Just wonder exactly how aware
60.
Jan Dekker is of Kist's status right now.
I think he's probably doing his best to just avoid even thinking about it. And it is very, very hard
99.
just to even get through this game for Christian Kist. And maybe the best thing Jan can do is put him out of his misery as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and well, many other competitors in
140.
a variety of sports would have thrown in the towel by now and just called it quits, but not Christian Kist. He's keeping on going here, and I have to take my hat off to him. It should be over very soon, though, here. Jan Dekker looking at tops.
I don't even know how Christian Kist has managed to do what he's done tonight, because he is obviously in all kinds of agonies. But Jan Dekker brings it to an end with a 6-0 whitewash. And Christian Kist, former world champion, has just shown incredible reserves of character just to get through that. Jan Dekker, meanwhile, has gone an average 99, and that's in a game where his opponent hasn't even had a dart at double. Jan Dekker has gone about his business very professionally, and he is through to face Mervyn King, the number 13 seed, tomorrow. We have a number of belting games for you tomorrow when the seeded players enter the fray. The likes of Michael van Gerwen and Peter Snakebite Wright, both chasing a 6th Euro Tour title of the year. Other people chasing spots at the European Championship and the World Championship, of course. We're going to leave you with a few words from Jan Dekker, your final winner on the opening day of the Happy Bet European Darts Trophy. But if you see Christian Kist tonight, give that man a hug. What a warrior.
Jan, congratulations. Not an easy situation, huh?
Yeah, just the thing is, I'm playing the whole year, and I'm traveling the whole year with Christian, and today was a day he said I had so much pain in my arm, and yeah, for him it was really hard, but for me as well, because I had to play, and I know he had some pain in his arm, so I was just thinking, do we have to play my best game, or can I play bad, you know? And he said, I want to play the game. If my arm is okay or not, I want to play the game. And yeah, you could see he played bad, and I took the win.
Yeah, the job done. You know, it's as a professional player, you need to win matches as well. Okay, so tomorrow's second round. How is the situation? How is the form right now?
I have to say it's not so bad. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's a little bit struggling. But yeah, I have to say that this is my third year at the PDC, and it's my best year. So yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's finish the last European Tour event with a good result. Thank you very much, Jan Dekker.
Dankeschön, Leute.
Jan Dekker also damit in der zweiten Runde. Kein einfaches Match heute für ihn. Christian hat solche Schmerzen im rechten Arm gehabt, dass er einfach kaum Dart spielen konnte und deshalb auch